Ciao ragazzi, welcome to Fortune Treks. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about my Spanish language journey. So I have a pretty unconventional journey, and I know, and I'm very sure that a lot of us do, because learning a language is not a straightforward thing. So like I said in my previous video, I was introduced to Spanish language from watching Latin Americans soap operas, and it was, uniquely wonderful for me, very eye-opening. And so the exact year I officially started learning, consciously learning Spanish language was in 2016, the year after I graduated from my undergraduate program at the University of Ibadan. So in 2015, while I was still in my final year, in between first and second semester, I had the holiday break, and so I worked for a tech startup at that point. And then I met one of the I think one of my managers, and then I had a conversation with him and told him how I would love to learn Spanish language, and he did something for me. He gave me the Michelle Thomas's recordings, and that was the start of everything for me, because I didn't start immediately because I had to finish my project work, do all of that. And then in 2016, when I was done with school officially, just the break before NYC, I started listening to the recordings at home, and it was just incredible, because for me, I didn't have the formal training of Spanish language yet, but I was already learning things. I could make A1 level conversations with people. And the good thing was that I was learning it the way toddlers children learn languages, by call and response, by listening to adults speak to them, by thinking it through, thinking thoughtfully before you speak. And so for me, that was very good. And after that, the year of my NYC, the same year, I went on to write the B1 exam. I know it was so unconventional, so out of I don't know what made me think about it, but it was a step in the right direction for me. Yes, I didn't pass the exam, but it was eye-opening, because I met other Nigerians that were speaking Spanish, that were studying Spanish, and I was more motivated to learn the language. So I even met someone that had lived in Cuba all his life, and he came back to Nigeria, and he wanted to work with the consulate of the Spanish embassy then, but he needed to write this daily exam to get the job. And it was incredible just seeing people thinking, talking. My fellow countrymen were speaking the language, and I was very impressed, and I was more motivated to learn the language. So that's what that experience, that opportunity did for me. So after I was done in NYSC, when I started working, I enrolled in a formal language learning center, and I started learning Spanish language. And so I met my tutor, who had been to Spain, who had done a program in Spain and had learned Spanish in Spain. So he gave me the foundation. He cemented my foundation, and gave me more insight into how to study in Spain. And so I took all of those I used all of that, and the opportunity to study in Spain came, and then I applied and I did that. And so all of my language learning process has been unconventional, yes, but it has been exactly what I needed at each point. Because if I had not met everyone that has motivated me up until this point, or used the materials I used, I'm not sure I would have continued. Because sometimes learning a language you can be on a plateau for a very long time, and I don't wish that on anyone. So here are some of the tips I'll give you. If you want to learn a language, look for what works best for you. For me, sitting down, at some point I need to learn first on my own, then I need a formal training just to get the structure, the grammar. But don't be stuck, or just be fixated on learning just grammar and not what you hear on the streets. Because eventually, when you're speaking the language, people on the streets don't care about your grammar. Yes, they do eventually, but when you're learning, they want to hear you express yourself first. So be open to speaking first. Just learning to speak first, then grammar will come along. So I invite you to put yourself out there, just learn. It will bring you more opportunities than just learning the language itself. So if you need to enroll in a school, fine, do it. If you need to get some recordings to listen to, do it. If you need to go on YouTube to look at people who are learning or teaching languages, go ahead and do it, because learning language opens a world of opportunities for you. So until next time, thank you so much for listening and watching. So ciao ragazzi, besos.